Hi, I'm Dr. Tessah Lim. I'm a board-certified dermatologist practicing in the Philippines in the province of La Union. Here is my part 2 of sunscreen tips for you. So, number 1, you should seek shade during the strongest time of the day, which is around 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So, when you look at your shadow and your shadow looks shorter than you, then that's the time na mataas talaga yung araw. Number 2, wear sun protective clothing. What are the examples of sun protective clothing? It could be a wide-brimmed hat, such as this. This is really good because it not only covers your face, it also covers your ears as well as your nape. So I suggest you get a really big one so that you're fully protected if you decide to go under the sun for a long time. Another fisherman hat. Okay, this type of fisherman hat has mesh on its side, which helps your scalp to breathe while you're under the sun. Ayan. Okay, however, yung ganitong type of hat, it's a little floppy, so I really do not recommend it when you're going to the beach. Okay, my personal favorite is this type of hat, which is a SUNVISOR hat with UPF reading. So you have to check. This one really has UPF reading. It will deflect the sun's rays. This one I got in Korea. This one I purchased in Shopee, but I don't think it is UPF because it feels like it's just a fabric, so I'm not sure if it's really going to protect me when I go under the sun. So be careful where you get your sun hat. Another type of hat is a cap, which I do not recommend because number 1, when you use this, okay, so for example, you're wearing this hat, your ears are exposed, so you have to apply sunscreen on your ears as well as your nape, and it doesn't really protect your whole face. You can also use sunglasses with UV protection, which is also good to protect your eyes when you're under the sun. UPF clothing like this. Okay, so when you want to buy like a UPF clothing, I recommend that you get long sleeves because when you choose to get short sleeves and you forget to apply in your arms, you'll have a cut-off. So parang meron kang cut-off, may mark after ka maarawan, and if you did not apply enough sunscreen or if you forgot to reapply, then it doesn't look good. Sayang. Next is if you like to drive or if your work is nagda-drive parate, expose yung arms mo under the sun, merong ganito, it's called sun-blocking cooling sleeves, and you can use it hoping na may UPF protection talaga siya, so that your arms will not darken when you go under the sun. Okay, so another tip I have is for babies. So, for example, you go to the beach and you're with your baby. If your baby is less than 6 months old, it's really not recommended to apply sunscreen for them. So, hindi mo kailangan pahiran ng sunscreen yung infant from 0 months to 6 months old. However, what can you do? So, you could seek shade, you bring an umbrella, or you place your baby in the stroller with a wider protection or parang cover on top. If you do decide to apply sunscreen when your child is from 6 months old up, then you could use a sunscreen which contains, like this, zinc oxide. Okay, zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. It's the one which is less irritating for children. So there are 2 types of sunscreen. You could either use a chemical sunscreen or a physical sunscreen. Physical sunscreen usually leaves a white cast. So this one is zinc oxide. It contains the zinc oxide. So it looks like this. It usually leaves a white cast when you apply it. And a lot of people, they don't like to use this type of sunscreen. Ako personally, I like it because it's really effective. nag-work talaga siya. But this type of sunscreen will really protect you and it's very mild. So I usually recommend this for babies, more than 6 months of course, or for kids who have atopic dermatitis or very sensitive skin.